In this video, we're gonna go over the secret to wealth in 2021. So if your New Year's resolution was to get your financial plan on track, then this is the video for you. Let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome to Money with Mark. This is the show all about money, how we earn it, how we spend it, how we save it, and how we invest it, helping you become financially independent. All right, we did it. We have finished 2020 and we are now officially into 2021. And as it goes with every new year, there are always New Year's resolutions, which typically focus around the three main goals, which is health, wealth, and happiness. Which is why everyone usually buys a lot of gym memberships and tries to get their finances in order after a big spending dump over the holidays. So if getting your personal finances on track to become wealthy is important to you this year, then hit the subscribe button on this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel, Money with Mark, because that's going to enable you to keep on track of your personal finances by seeing more videos like this one. So without further ado, let's get into the secret of wealth in 2021. And in order to know what the secret of wealth is, we need to look at the biggest study of millionaires ever conducted was. And that is documented in the book, The Millionaire Next Door. And these researchers started going out into affluent neighborhoods with big houses and fancy cars out front. And when they did their research, they found out that the people living in these communities actually didn't have a lot of wealth. And the millionaires that they found, the majority of them actually lived outside of these affluent neighborhoods. And that is a very important distinction for you to keep in mind for 2021. So the big secret to wealth is that income does not equal wealth. After all, if you are a doctor and living on a doctor's salary, but if you spend your entire salary every year, then what are you left with? You're not really left with anything. And wealth is not what you spend, it's what you accumulate. And I'm not talking about accumulating cars, I'm talking about accumulating assets or things that are producing more wealth for you, or at least holding their value. Things like cars, fancy suits, handbags, and makeup, that's all money spent. None of that ever brings money back to you. So while it makes sense, it's not exactly obvious who is wealthy. And as the research has found out, most of the people who do have that millionaire status don't own a lot of those things that are commonly associated with wealthy individuals. They typically drive a car that's a few years old. They don't live in big houses in affluent neighborhoods. They don't spend a lot of money on suits, clothing, or lavish social events. So this entire concept is the biggest secret to wealth. But how do you actually become wealthy? Because you're probably watching this video, not because you are a millionaire, but because you maybe want to become a millionaire one day, or at least have enough money to be financially independent. So how do you do that? And how do you do that this coming year? And luckily, this research has also found out what the common traits are with self-made millionaires. That is, people who become a millionaire within their own lifetimes. So that excludes any inherited wealth. And that brings me to the two most important steps that you can take this year to start on your path to becoming a millionaire or just becoming wealthy in general. Step one is adopting wealthy habits. And that could be things like subscribing to this YouTube video so you're more engaged in your personal finances. Or it could be taking a look at your personal finances once a month or even more often. I like to relate our personal finances a lot with healthy habits and like working out, because there's a lot of very common similarities. You can read Men's Health and learn all about doing crunches and how to grow the biggest biceps in the world. But if you don't actually go to the gym and lift those weights and put in that time day after day, month after month, year after year, well, you're never gonna get big biceps and a six-pack. And the same is true with your personal finances. If you are not taking the time to actually review over your finances, to review over how much you're saving every month, then you are just simply not going to become wealthy. And step number two is to have a really high savings rate. It was found that in all self-made millionaires, they all have a very high savings rate, but not necessarily a high income. And why is that? Well, that's because, as I mentioned earlier in this video, wealth is from accumulating money, not spending money. So of course, wealthy individuals have a high savings rate because they are accumulating as much money as possible. And the absolute best way for you to start learning how to accumulating money is not with a budget actually, because personally I hate budgeting, which I'll get into in a future video, but it's keeping track of your money and keeping track of your money in and money out, aka your savings rate. So knowing how much money you save every month and every year is the most important thing that you can do. So if you want to learn how I automatically track my savings rate, then you can click the link in the description or in the comments below here, and you'll be taken to a website where you can download my automated money tracking spreadsheet, which will pull in all of your bank transactions automatically and show you how much money you have made and how much money you've spent, and more importantly, that actual dollar amount on how much you've saved every month. So that's it. That's a secret to becoming wealthy, and these are the 2 biggest steps that you can take this year in order to achieve it. So I hope this video helped you out. If it did, hit the like button down below and let me know in the comments what you thought about it and anything that you'd like to learn in this upcoming year. Let me know in the comments down below and I'll be sure to make a video on it. That's it for me. This is Money with Mark, and please give this channel a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.